So generally speaking, the assemblies that you're going to be building are probably the ones that you are building up, where you're ordering a bunch of parts and you're putting them in a bag, or you're building up some type of assembly that you're selling to your customers. You're not normally going to build a case of oil. So just kind of keep that in mind. So the build process is pretty simple. You basically come in and choose the assembly that you're going to build. So in this case, I'm going to choose this one that I made up, and I'm going to tell it how many of these things that I want to make. Now, the way this works is pretty simple. This is a list of all of the items that we have. It'll print out the bill of materials on here if you have a bill of materials, so that you can see what it is that makes this thing up. I'm going to pick the parts that I want to make up in this particular assembly, the quantity that I need, and then it's telling me where it's going to pull them out of stock. Now you'll notice here I don't have any of these in stock. So the only option that I have at the moment is if I add this additional option here to order the remaining items that I don't have. So what will happen at that point is Lizzy will automatically go put those onto a purchase order so that I can get them in, and then I can come back over to the build process when they come in and build them later. So right now, the fact that I have told it I need 5 of these, I don't have any quantities, and I did not check the box. If I try to build it, Lizzy's just going to tell me nothing was built. Now, in the sense that I had some in, then she'll tell me how many she actually got to build and how many of them she had to order. So in a previous version of Lizzy, when you would go in to build a kit, if we didn't have enough items to build the quantity that you said you wanted to build, we just errored out and you had to change the quantity. So now we do not change the quantity. We keep the quantity the way it was, and then we will order the stuff if you tell us to, and if you don't tell us to, then we won't build anything. If you have enough to build 2, and you told me to build 5, Lizzy will actually only build 2, and she'll tell you on that final page how many of them she actually built into stock. So you need to pay attention to what the system is telling you when you're going in to build these things. Pay attention to your in-stock values that are over here, and the build process itself is pretty simple. Now in the next video I'm going to get into, we're going to stick to this type of kit where we're actually building it ourselves, and I'm going to show you how to actually create an order and use Lizzy to keep up with who's waiting on the kits, so that when the parts come in we can actually get them processed as quick as possible and know where they're supposed to go.